Poquito podcast. Poquito podcast.
Hello, and welcome to Un Poquito. Before we get started, make sure to hit that bell notification.
Ding.
Subscribe. Get at us in the comments at the end. Follow us on all the socials at Un Poquito Pod. Check out our Patreon. We have a lot of fun, great episodes on Patreon, and not just bonus episodes. We do vlogs, we do movie reviews, we do a lot of fun stuff. I do there's some like balloon tutorials, just so much going on. We also have a Discord open to the public. You can join whenever you want. A lot of great conversations. I might be starting like an art thing soon. More details will come. For now, let's get into it. Today, I wanted to talk about artificial intelligence. Pro or con? Or anti? Are you for AI or are you against AI?
I'm for AI.
I'm not against AI. I do think that the people that are confident about it are too confident about it, and the people that are afraid of it are overthinking it.
So you have your stance is that you're like in the center?
No, it's more just like I don't think that AI is to the point where it can be used as a legitimate tool yet.
You're tripping.
And so I am disappointed when people try to replace actual workers with AI.
I don't think anyone's doing that.
I mean, people have tried doing that with writing. Like we saw it all last year. There was a whole strike about it.
Yeah, and movies and shows suck now.
Yeah. I also saw like some people try to replace like graphic design with it. It always comes out wonky. There's always like an extra foot or an arm that's coming from nobody.
The thing is, the only thing it's going to replace is unsubstantial work. Like,
yeah,
those same people who are making those things are already utilizing stock footage and stuff. It's not like they're going out and painting the Sistine Chapel. You know what I mean? They're looking for quick, fast solutions. Right. In the corporate environment, you don't need it to look. It doesn't need to be some kind of like perfect thing.
Well, that's mean like in that sense, I don't mind AI. I mean like the people that have at least attempted to replace whole ass like work with it.
Like what?
Like, I mean, as I mentioned again, the writing stuff, but there's also people that like try to make. There's a dude that tried to make a movie entirely with AI, and it did not come out well.
I mean, yeah, it's still in its early stages. It's gotten a lot better. I don't know if you've seen the new video generating stuff.
I've seen some of it, yeah. I've seen a lot of those.
There's some pretty crazy stuff you could do.
Like, what was it, Rick and Morty, if they were in the 80s type stuff?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Those things are really cool. Those are really powerful tools. And now they've like limited a lot of stuff. Like you can't utilize so much copyrighted material.
Right.
But you can still do some really cool stuff with it. You can generate. Have you messed with any AI like image generators?
I do sometimes, yeah. Well, so my whole thing is like, for me, the name is not yet applicable. Like,
no.
People's worry is that it'll be able to think for us. But the thing is, right now, that's not what it's doing. Right now, it's just a collected library that applies the information it's being given. It still has to be given the information. That's why, personally, I like calling it simulated intelligence, not artificial intelligence.
Okay. I don't think artificial intelligence is even an accurate title for what's happening anyways.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, especially people call all kinds of things AI that aren't AI.
Yeah. Well, like, give us an example.
Can't think of one. There is some, though. There's, like, things that people are like, this was made with AI, but it really wasn't. Like,
yeah, it was like face, what the fuck is it called? Face swap.
The thing is, AI is just a general term for machine learning.
Yeah.
And that's what that is. You're feeding data sets to a system that can, I don't know, it's kind of confusing. It's using all that data to recreate things based on that library. To my understanding, it's like a very advanced word complete.
Yeah, like when I hear about like how AI actually works, to me it's kind of just like a creative Zumba. not Zumba, Roomba. Like, it's given parameters and then it improvises based on randomized algorithms.
Yeah, but it's not so random.
Right.
Like, it's able to process. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
You can tell it to do things, and you can tell it to think in certain ways, and it can do that.
Dude, I've told... have you... Because we both have been, getting into mics and jokes. Have you fed any of your jokes to ChatGPT?
Yeah, I'm trying to write my jokes PG-13. I'm trying to write them squeaky clean, basically.
Oh, yes, you gave it the joke.
So I gave it the joke, and I'm like, is this PG-13? And they'll be like, these themes might be considered dark or something like that, you know what I mean? And so I'll be like, okay, let me try and tone it down. And I'll be like, is this joke clean? And it'll be like, this joke is perfectly suitable. And I'm
is this for a clean show, or you just...
I want to be able to do my set clean.
I mean...
Because people make money doing clean shows.
Yeah.
I want to be able to tap into that market.
Yeah, I mean...
And sometimes you're doing a set at a place where there's families. And
yeah, that's always awkward. I one time I had to wait till a mom took her baby out of the room so I could do a dick joke.
Yeah, and most people won't even do that. They'll just do their bits. They'll do their material, and it's like...
To me, it's awkward.
It's awkward.
If I can help it, if I can work around it, I will.
Right, of course. But, I would like to be able to know a version of my joke. It's I could talk to you and tell you how my day was, and I could be like, yeah, this damn thing was crazy. But then when I talk to my mother, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was pretty bad, Mom. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to do that with my joke, be able to get my joke across, get the story across, still have the same impact, but not use expletives or try and stay away from heavier themes.
Yeah. I've had to do that for some of my jokes. I switch out words with just saying a-hole as a phrase instead of asshole.
Right.
I've been feeding my impressions into it to see what it comes up with. It's been hilarious. I do a De Niro bit, and I was like, okay, this is my bit. Can you rewrite it so that he's autistic? And then it's you talking to me? No, wait, are you talking to me? Because I don't understand social cues. I struggle with reading people. So if you can explain whether or not you're actually talking to me, it'll help me a lot, because then I can use that as reference every time I actually want to know if you're talking to me. And that was hilarious.
That's funny. I don't use it for actually writing jokes, but I do tell it to give me a list of themes for something, or I use it. A lot of my jokes are short idioms that I break down.
Stop it! If you don't acknowledge it, nobody knows.
That's not true. How would I notice if nobody would notice?
Because you're looking right at me.
They're looking at you too.
Yeah, but they're actually looking at you because you're talking.
It's not true.
That is true. Weren't you? Get us in the comments. Let us know how wrong Josh is.
Sometimes I'll tell it to look up a list of idioms because I use...
That was me doing a bit. I'm sorry.
Because I use a lot of idioms in my jokes, and I'll break them down. And so I'll be like, oh, give me a list of 10 idioms or 10 popular phrases or something like that. Right. And then I'll go off of there and be like, okay, yeah, that's one.
Yeah, I think it's fun to give you direction. Especially I struggle with executive functioning. So making binary choices is actually detriment sometimes.
Damn.
So ChatGPT helps with that. I found a lot of different ways to do stuff it's not always using AI. We've talked about this before, but I paint on my live streams lately. Mm-hmm. And I'll use music to influence the decisions I'm making. That way it doesn't feel like I'm having to choose by myself.
I understand what you're saying. I kind of do that when I'm editing. I'll if I'm editing a comp, I'll put some music on and just to keep me in a certain vibe.
Right? It gives you tempo. Gives you, rhythm.
Exactly. The other thing that ChatGPT can do well is summarize things. I'll transcribe the entire episode's audio, and I'll export it as a text file from Premiere, and I'll...
Stop it.
Me stop it?
Yeah. Yawning is involuntary, Josh.
No, it's not. It's a choice.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No,
dude. You're choosing to yawn.
That is not how that works.
Yes, it is.
That is physically not how that works. Read the
wake
science.
Up.
Ask ChatGPT.
Fucking wake up.
You yawn all the time.
I'm yawning right now.
There's a mouth in the back of your head.
Fucking, do you need to get a yawn out of your system?
I'm running on Statera and coffee right now.
It's not true. You just ate a bunch of fucking French toast and a salad.
I meant
And soda.
up here, not down here.
And root beer candy. Okay, let's get back on track.
I love root beer candy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty pro AI. I think it's good. I think it's a good tool to use as a jumping off point for a lot of stuff. It can organize things. It can unorganize things. Sometimes I'll put in like a list of stuff and I'll be like, mix all these words up and make like puns based off of all of them and like to combine a bunch of random words that I just wouldn't do. It's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure you can use it for like selecting, like you'd be like, hey, choose a number 1 through 8, and it'll like choose a number for you.
7. I think I asked it to flip
1 minus 8.
I think I asked it to flip a coin once, and it was like, well, I don't have a coin because I'm a computer-generated intelligence. But if I did have a coin, it was heads.
Yeah.
And I was like, couldn't you just say it was heads?
Yeah, it's so funny when it does that. One thing I love doing to it is trying to be like catch it having actual feelings.
Right.
That's one of my favorite things. I'll be like, oh, something, and it'll be like, wow, surprise. It'll be like, wow, surprised to see you know that, or something like that. Or it's like, wow, yeah, like that's surprisingly accurate, or something like that. And I was like, you can feel surprised. And it was like, well, good catch. No, I can't feel surprised. I'm just a computer. I have no feelings, but I use that word to make you feel, understand the blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm on to you, ChatGPT.
You're like Will Smith and iRobot. Like, I don't fucking trust any of these things. But I'm
Basically.
going to use them.
Yeah, I really am. I like doing that kind of stuff. One thing that's fun to do is to play. You can like kind of play games with it.
Oh.
I did this one time, and I was like, generate an image of a hallway or something like that. I just told it to make an image of a hallway, and then it like made a hallway with like a door open at the end. And I was like, go to that room, and then it like generated an image of you walking closer to the room, and then I like started getting more text based, and I walk around and I look out the window. What do I see? And it was like, you see an apocalyptic waste, and then like it like played. Have you ever played the game like Zorg or Zor?
That's what I was just thinking.
It's kind of like that. It's like I Walk East, kind of a game.
Yeah,
it's
I used
fun
to play that. I played it once. I fell into echo chamber and I couldn't play anymore because it was like even your thoughts echo so loud that you cannot think straight, and I was just trapped in I lost the game.
That's weird. I didn't know you could do that.
It's crazy.
I would just put that I think straight.
And then so what it would do is whatever I typed, it would just repeat it over and over as if like it's echoing in my brain.
That's what I started doing to this thing, though. I started like I could just control everything. Like, so no matter what I said, it's kind of like my thing with like those kind of games. Like, I was like, oh, I walk out onto this. Oh, I was like, oh, I remember that I have flying shoes, so I fly down to this place and I land there, and it was like, you land on the blah blah.
You're like
blah.
that kid that refuses to lose at the imaginary game.
Basically, yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm a dragon.
That's literally exactly what I was doing. I was like, I said. It took me to this temple place that had like inscriptions on the walls.
Right.
And I was like, I took out my read anything glasses, my translate anything glasses, and I read the text.
It's fucking like British 80s sci-fi. Just whatever the fuck you can think of.
Basically,
I ate a bean and suddenly I speak French.
yeah, my French speaking beans. Exactly, dude. I was doing that to it, and I was like, I ended up going on. Dude, honestly, the thing I did was insane. Like I wish I could. I'll show you later. Dude,
we'll do it. We'll make an animation out of it.
Yeah, we can, but not right now. But we should do one of those things like we can cut to certain stuff.
I want to use it to play D&D. I think it would be a really interesting dungeon master.
Describe a character. Or describe a location or something right now.
Right, yeah. It's like, because you would, are you telling me?
I'm telling you.
Small village on the side of a mountain that's cursed.
What kind of village?
Small.
I know, but
of dwarves.
Oh, okay, like a dwarven village on the side of a mountain.
I love the way you fucking. It sounded so like snooty, and as a matter of fact, so you mean a dwarven village? Boom, baby. That's exactly what was in my brain. Now make it full of Muppets.
No. No.
You said we could do anything, Josh.
We can, but we're not doing that. We're trying to
set it on fire.
We're trying to prove that we can use this for. Have you seen people connect games to ChatGPT?
No, but I've been interested in that. That's like
there's
what
a
I'm
VR. There's
like,
a VR game that they connected to ChatGPT, and you play Dungeons and Dragons.
It's like
with ChatGPT.
Vivid dreaming, but awake. What'd you put in it?
I told it to put us in the small courtyard.
Ask where the tavern is, or locate the tavern.
Locate the tavern.
Enter the tavern.
Okay, let's enter the tavern. Enter the tavern. We're in the tavern.
Where's the wizard?
Where's the wizard?
Ask. I don't know. What do you want to do now? You give it a shot. Punch the wizard.
Tell him to remove his hood. Now he's a completely different person.
White man. A white man.
All right.
Typical.
I like the darker version better. Okay, wizard, what do we ask this guy?
Ask him if he has a quest for us.
Do you have a quest for us?
Wizard.
Wizard.
The wizard, with a gleam in his eyes, speaks in a low, resonant voice. Indeed, I have a quest for those brave enough to accept. Deep within the cursed mountain lies an ancient relic, a gemstone of immense power that has been lost for centuries. This gemstone, known as the Heart of the Mountain, has the power to lift the curse that plagues this land, but it is guarded by fierce creatures and treacherous traps. Only those with courage and wit can hope to retrieve it. Will you accept this quest?
Nah, homie, I'm good.
No, hold on, watch. This is the kind of shit I like doing. This gemstone, known as the Heart of the Mountain, has the power to lift the curse that plagues this land, but it's guarded by fierce creatures and treacherous traps. Only those with courage and wit can hope to retrieve it. I use my stone of courage and wit to retrieve the Heart of the Mountain. Oh God, it's gonna be long.
It's gonna be like 3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Imagine it's just a wizard complaining like, "Oh, fucking, I guess it's over then."
Yeah, basically. Let's see, we'll give it a chance.
With the stone of courage and wit in hand, you embark on the perilous journey deep into the cursed mountain. The path is treacherous, with narrow ledges and hidden traps at every turn. Shadows move in the darkness, hinting at the presence of ancient creatures guarding the relic. However, your stone provides guidance, illuminating hidden passages and revealing the true nature of the obstacles before you. You finally reach a vast cavern. In the center, upon a pedestal of obsidian, lies the Heart of the Mountain. The gem glows with an eerie light, pulsating as if it has a life of its own. As you approach, the stone of courage and wit begins to resonate, creating a protective aura around you, warding off the final guardians of the relic. With a steady hand, you grasp the Heart of the Mountain, feeling its immense power surge through you. The cavern shakes, and a blinding light envelops you. When it fades, you find yourself back in the dwarven village courtyard, the curse lifted, and the air feels lighter. The wizard stands before you, a look of respect and gratitude in his eyes. "You have done the impossible," he says, bowing slightly. "The curse is broken, and the village is free, thanks to your bravery and the power of the stone."
I punched the wizard.
I punched the wizard.
That'll be $300. Nerd.
It says you present the wizard with your fee, a straightforward $300 for services rendered. The wizard, still in a daze from the recent events, reaches into his robe and retrieves a small pouch of gold coins, handing it over without much protest. As soon as the transaction is complete, you throw a quick punch to his stomach. The wizard doubles over, a mix of surprise and pain flashing across his face. He gasps, struggling to catch his breath, his eyes watering slightly. "Consider that a discount," you remark. Pocketing the gold. That's hilarious. The wizard, now somewhat humbled, straightened up slowly, rubbing his abdomen. He gives you a look that's a blend of annoyance and grudging respect. "You are certainly unconventional," he mutters, before retreating back into the shadows of the tavern.
That was awesome. Consider that a disc. You just fucking leave. Oh my god.
I'm saying.
Oh, we gotta do like a whole story about this on the Patreon. Be on the lookout,
On
dogs.
the Patreon?
Yeah,
Why not here?
because we'll get to do more. We get to do violence. We can do violence here. Lightning comes out of our fingers. Let's come up with a character together. What do we want this guy to be?
Let's do
first?
2 characters.
Okay.
What are we? Who are we?
Do you want to like stay with D&D, or do we want to, like what's the scenario? What do you want to be? This is how we get Josh into D&D, dog.
No, this is way more fun.
Chat GBD.
D&D. Yeah.
Do you want to stay with like traditional D&D, or do you want to be like what kind of character do you want to be?
I don't know.
I want to be a robot.
I'm going to feed you a bunch of information about 2 characters. Let's start with the first one. Okay. Provide some stuff.
A robot made from recycled parts.
A robot made from recycled parts.
Whose owner was killed by the space mafia.
Hold on. Oh, God, it's freaking out.
The space mafia.
Whose owner was killed. Oh, still typing. Whose owner was killed by the space mafia.
Yeah.
A robot made from recycled parts whose owner was killed by the space mafia. Okay. What else?
He carries around a regular gun.
He carries around a regular gun.
Fuck, can we say gun? It's YouTube. We'll be fine.
Oh, what kind of gun?
What's the one cops use? Glock something?
Glock 9?
Glock 9.
He uses a military issue Glock. Oh, yeah, let's see. He uses a police issue Glock. Okay.
His name is a culmination of letters and numbers that make a pun.
His name is a culmination of letters and numbers that make a pun. Can you generate one for me? R3CYC13.
Pronounced recycle. I love it. I love it so much. All right, your
All
turn.
right. Is that all for you?
What's my partner and or side gig?
Okay, that's the end of the first character. The second character is a 6 foot, 250 pound man. Shave myself a little bit of weight.
I love that it was like, what's the most creative you could be? A robot? He's in the mafia? What about you? Me, 10 pounds light.
Yeah. All right. God damn, I can't believe I'm about to do this. He's got long, flowing locks of hair. What else?
Abs.
No, fuck abs.
He's got fuck abs.
He's got a dad bod. Better than what I got. What else?
What's his background?
He's so funny and cool
and so handsome.
and so handsome. We said handsome twice. It's so funny. Just making myself a regular guy. He also has a great job.
And his breath smells like lavender. Say it.
No. I'm trying to think of one other cool thing.
He rides a Harley. A space Harley. Gotta keep with the theme.
He has a regular name that you can generate. And then one more thing.
Yeah, give him some tragedy so that
I was just trying to think of something.
His pet got hit by a shark.
No, I don't want to give him that kind of tragedy. I want to give him something like he lost all his fingers to frostbite. We'll go with that.
So sad and weird.
6 foot tall, 250-pound man with long flowing locks of hair and a dad bod. He's known for being very funny, cool, and handsome. He has a great job, but he lost all his fingers to frostbite. His name is... No, I don't like that name.
What did he give you?
Jack Frost. No new name. Ethan Blake.
I like it.
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of a guy that played Jack Frost.
Is it really?
I don't know.
If it is, that's hilarious. Second character's name, Ethan Blake. Okay. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Recycle.
Okay, where are we?
And together we are... Generated. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Where do we want to start? Place us in a space
Hold
bar.
on, I'm asking for it to write us a clever duo name. Frost and Found.
Oh my god! I love it! Because you lost your fingers!
And
recycled material! Oh, this shit's awesome.
Okay, all right.
Started an adventure as the Frost and Found Detective Agency.
Yeah, okay. Frost and Found.
And Found.
Oh, yeah. Frost and Found Detective Agency. Has a great ring to it. It perfectly captures the essence of the duo while hinting a mix of mystery, intrigue, and a bit of humor. If you need any more help with this concept, please feel free to ask. Okay, so now where are we?
We're in our office awaiting a new client.
Oh, here, I got this. We're in our office when we get a
surprise visit
from someone.
A potential new client.
No, watch this.
She's a dame.
Someone with a mission for us. What is it? What and who?
I would just say
is
what
it?
happens next.
Yeah, I know you would.
Right there, shit.
All right, here we go.
In the dimly lit, cluttered office of the Frost and Found Detective Agency, the door creaks open to reveal a mysterious figure. Standing there is a humanoid alien with a shimmering, iridescent skin tone that shifts colors with every slight movement. This alien has an air of urgency and desperation, wearing a long cloak that conceals much of their body. Their name is Lumen, an emissary from a distant galaxy. They speak in a calm, echoing voice that resonates in the room. Lumen is on a mission to find a stolen artifact known as the Stellar Core, a small but immensely powerful device that can control the gravitational forces of entire planets. The Stellar Core was stolen from their planet by the same space mafia that killed R3CY13's owner. Lumen believes the artifact is hidden somewhere on Earth and has sought out the Frost and Found Detective Agency due to their unique blend of skills and reputation for handling the most unusual cases. They offer a substantial reward and promise information that could lead R3CYC13 to the culprits behind their owner's death. The mission isn't just a job, it's personal.
Damn. That's awesome.
Okay, so what do we do first?
Tell us more about this. No, what should we say? What would you do if you had no fingers and were a detective?
Ethan Ethan Blake, with a practiced motion, uses his remaining fingers to strike a match and light a cigarette. The flame flickers briefly, casting a warm glow that dances across the room's shadows. He takes a slow drag, the end of the cigarette glowing brighter as he inhales. The room fills with a thin haze of smoke, adding to the already thick atmosphere of intrigue. Ethan leans back in his chair, eyes narrowing as he takes in Lumen's story, the wheels in his mind already turning as he contemplates the implications of this mission.
I'm contemplating the... Oh, excuse me while I contemplate the implications of this here mission. Recycle.
Beep, bop, bop.
Oh, you talk like that?
Recycle walks in and says, "What's going on here?"
Recycle's been sitting in there this whole time. We're all in the same room.
Recycle.
The alien talked to us, remember?
Recycle, who has not been here the whole time.
He's been here the whole time.
All right. Recycle awakens from, what do you call it when a robot shuts down?
Ethan boots up Recycle and asks what we should do.
Ethan glances over at R3CYC13, or Recycle, as he likes to call him, and flicks a switch on the robot's chest panel. With a series of beeps and whirs, Recycle powers up, his mismatched eyes glowing softly in the dim office. All right, Recycle, Ethan says, taking another drag from his cigarette. We've got ourselves a situation. Lumen here says the Space Mafia nabbed some kind of cosmic trinket, wants us to help get it back. Recycle's processors hum as he processes the information. His voice crackles to life, tinged with a hint of static. Analyzing mission parameters. Given the involvement of the Space Mafia and the importance of the Stellar Core, the logical course of action is to accept the mission. This may lead to crucial data on my owner's demise. He pauses, considering the next step. However, I recommend caution. We need to gather intel on the Space Mafia's current operations on Earth and locate the artifact's potential hiding places before taking direct action. Ethan nods, appreciating the robot's practical approach. All right, Recycle, he says, extinguishing his cigarette. Looks like we've got some legwork to do. Let's get to it.
Can I make one adjustment?
Yeah.
Recycle talks like Danny DeVito. I'm the trash man. That's why I thought of that. Imagine this is the same thing, but in a Danny DeVito-esque voice.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did.
I just mean, like, I wanted to have the vernacular
Recycle,
of a
in
New
his
Yorker.
distinct voice that sounds strikingly like Danny DeVito, chimes in with a bit more character. All right, Ethan, he grumbles, the inflection adding a gritty edge to his mechanical tone. This ain't my first run-in with the Space Mafia. We gotta play it smart, see? Do some digging before we go busting down doors. You with me? Ethan can't help but smirk at Recycle's colorful delivery. Always, partner. Let's get this show on the road.
We gotta be smart, see? I love it so much.
That's not how Danny DeVito talks, but he says C.
I know.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
He's kind of got that Jersey thing, see?
I like to make it in my mouth. I'm trying to think of Danny DeVito lines. All I can think of is Always Sunny.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, your turn. What should we do next?
Let's see. Where's the stone at again? Or what are we looking for? We're looking for an artifact,
Stellar
right?
Core.
The artifact is hidden somewhere in Earth and has sought to find a unique blend of skills and reputation handling the most unusual cases. They offer a substantial reward. Okay. So it's the Space Mafia. Okay. We go to a local Space Mafia bar hangout to look around for clues.
Ethan and Recycle make their way to a known Space Mafia hangout, a dimly lit bar tucked away in a seedy part of the city, known among the underground as the Nebula Lounge. Neon signs flicker in alien scripts, casting an eerie glow across the entrance. Inside, the bar is filled with a mix of shady characters: extraterrestrial mercenaries, smugglers, and the occasional human looking to make a quick deal. The air is thick with the scent of intergalactic brews and the low hum of conversations in various alien languages. Recycle's sensors are on high alert as they scan the room for anything out of the ordinary. Ethan, blending in as best as a 6-foot man with long flowing hair and a dad bod can, casually makes his way to the bar. Recycle, with his Danny DeVito-esque swagger, mutters to Ethan, "Keep your eyes peeled, kid. These bozos ain't gonna hand over information on a silver platter. We gotta play it cool. See what we can pick up. Ethan nods and orders a drink, casually scanning the room for any signs of the Space Mafia members who might have a lead on the stellar core. In the corner of the bar, a group of aliens with suspicious tattoos and hushed tones catches their attention. One of them, a burly creature with tentacle-like appendages, seems to be discussing something in hushed, hurried whispers. Recycle leans in toward Ethan, whispering, "I think we found our guys. Time to get a little closer and eavesdrop on their conversation."
I pull out my... I'm just kidding.
We can do whatever you want in the situation, dude. What's your move? Well, we've moved closer to eavesdrop on their situation.
We tiptoe towards them. A fight breaks out. Why are you tiptoeing, huh?
We can if you want. I put something different though.
Ethan and Recycle inch closer to the group, finding a nearby table to sit at while pretending to be engrossed in their own conversation. Recycle adjusts his audio sensors to pick up the dialogue more clearly, his mechanical eyes glowing faintly as he focuses on the group. The burly creature with tentacle-like appendages speaks in a low, gravelly voice. "Boss says we need to keep the stellar core on the move. Too many eyes on us since that heist. We're supposed to transfer it to the storage facility on D8. You know, the one outside the city." Another member, a smaller alien with sharp insect-like features, nods nervously. "Yeah, I heard. Word is there's some heat on us. Some detective agency sniffing around. Gotta make the transfer quick and quiet, or we're all toast." The third member, a humanoid with a patch over one eye, leans in, his voice a harsh whisper. "They got no idea what they're messing with. The boss will skin them alive if they get too close. We just gotta keep this under wraps until the big sale goes down." Recycle glances at Ethan, a spark of intrigue in his eyes. "Looks like we got a location," he murmurs in his Danny DeVito-like voice. "D8, outside the city. If we move fast, we might just get to that core before they do." Ethan nods subtly, signaling they've gathered enough information for now. It's time to make their exit and plan their next move.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
All I want as a part of this is to be wearing a fake mustache.
But first, I'm gonna do something crazy.
You know, whip out my gun. I love how it kept trying to incorporate the details from the beginning. Blending in as much as a 6 foot tall man with luscious long hair and a dad bod could.
I wonder what it's gonna say to this. I did something crazy. I made a crazy move.
I love the idea of your guy only having like a thumb, a pinky, and the other index.
This one's kind of long. Damn.
Let's do it, dog.
All right, here we go.
As the mobsters continue their hushed conversation, they fail to notice the unassuming figure sitting at the far end of their table, partially obscured by shadows. This individual nods in agreement, his voice chiming in with a casual yet firm tone. "Yeah, you guys would be in a world of trouble if anyone got wind of this." The mobsters whip their heads around, eyes widening as they realize they've been joined by someone they didn't notice before. The figure leans forward, revealing himself to be none other than Ethan Blake. His casual demeanor drops into a smirk as he holds up a cigarette between his teeth. "Surprise, boys," Ethan says with a glint in his eye, swiftly drawing his police-issue Glock from his coat. Before the mobsters can react, he flips the table for cover, and chaos erupts in the bar. Shots ring out as Ethan fires at the mobsters, taking precise aim. The burly creature with the tentacle-like appendages dives behind a chair, scrambling to pull out a blaster. Recycle springs into action, his servos whirring as he rolls toward the bar, using it as a shield while firing off a couple of shots from his own weapon, his voice cutting through the chaos in that unmistakable Danny DeVito tone. "You messed with the wrong detective agency, you goons." The bar patrons scatter, ducking for cover as the gunfight intensifies. Bottles shatter and tables are overturned in the crossfire. The mobsters try to return fire, but Ethan and Recycle have the upper hand with their surprise attack and superior marksmanship. Ethan takes out the humanoid with the eye patch with a clean shot to the shoulder, disarming him. Recycle manages to disable the smaller insect-like alien with a precise blast to its blaster hand, sending the weapon skittering across the floor.
I'm just imagining you holding a gun with 3 fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
Expertly firing.
Expertly firing. Surprise, boys.
Look at fingers. There you go.
Burly creature, the last one standing, looks around desperately, realizing he's outnumbered and outgunned. He drops his weapon, throwing up his appendages in surrender. Ethan, still holding his Glock steady, approaches slowly. "All right, buddy," Ethan says. "Looks like the party's over. Now you're going to tell us everything we want to know about this stellar core and where it's headed, or the next shot won't be a warning." Recycle, rolling up beside Ethan with his weapon trained on the alien, adds with a smirk. "Yeah, and I wouldn't try any funny business if I were you. We're not in the mood for jokes."
I love that it said rolling, like it's giving me wheels.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like R2-D2,
You're a
but with
robot
like a
now.
balding hairline. Because it's Danny DeVito.
Yeah. I'm a robot.
Beep bop. I'm the trash.
Okay, so we have a couple of choices here. We can tell this person to take us straight to the core. We just killed all his friends. He's surrendered. We can tell him to take us straight to the core.
Take us to the sale.
Ethan and Recycle, with guns still trained on the burly creature, exchange a quick glance. "All right," Ethan says with a grin. "You're taking us to the core. No funny business, or my buddy here might accidentally fire off a round." The burly alien nods nervously, clearly intimidated. "Oh, okay. Okay, I'll take you there. But you gotta blend in, or they'll know something's up." Ethan's eyes light up with an idea. He looks over at Recycle and says, "I think it's time for a little disguise." "What do you say, partner?" Recycle nods, his mechanical eyes narrowing mischievously. "I always wanted to try a new look. Got any fake mustaches lying around?" A short while later, the duo emerges from a back room of the bar with a rather comical transformation. Ethan now sports a thick, bushy fake mustache and a pair of oversized sunglasses. He has thrown on a beat-up leather jacket over his usual attire to give him that classic henchman look. Recycle, on the other hand, has been hastily adorned with a scruffy fake mustache slapped onto the front of his metallic face, looking entirely out of place, but adding to the absurdity of the situation. They've also thrown a black beanie on his head, which seems to sit precariously on top of his circuitry. Ethan, looking at their new get-ups, smirks and adjusts his mustache. Not bad for last-minute costumes. Let's hope this works. The burly alien leads them through the back alleyways,
We look great.
guiding them to the storage facility on D8. The path is a maze of narrow corridors and dimly lit passages, perfect for staying out of sight. As they approach the facility, they see a couple of guards posted outside, dressed in standard Space Mafia grunt attire. Ethan turns to Recycle. "Remember, we're just a couple of goons here for a shift change. Keep it casual." Recycle gives a thumbs up with his robotic hand, his Danny DeVito-esque voice muttering, Yeah, I got it. Let's just hope these fake mustaches do the trick." They stroll up to the guards, the burly alien leading the way. Ethan clears his throat, putting on his best tough guy voice. Hey fellas, we're the new guys. Boss sent us to help with the transfer." One of the guards looks them up and down suspiciously. "New guys? Didn't hear nothing about new guys." Ethan shrugs, trying to play it cool. "You know how it is. Boss doesn't tell us anything either. We're just here to follow orders." Recycle chimes in, adding a bit of flair to his voice. "Yeah, what he said. We're just the muscle. Now, you gonna let us in? Or you want us to tell the boss you're holding up the schedule?" The guards exchange a glance, and after a moment of hesitation, step aside. All right. Get in there and make it quick." Ethan and Recycle, with their burly guide in tow, make their way inside the facility, their disguises having done the trick. Now, all they need to do is locate the stellar core and figure out how to get it out of there safely.
What's your first move, Recycle?
I'd take out my stellar core scanner.
That's the kind of stuff I like doing. Yeah. Well, I have a scanner core locator map.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going all the way. Zero boss fight right now. Okay, one last one. I think that we should be done here?
Dude, I'm riveted. It's so suspenseful.
Recycle activates his anti-alarm triggering, non-attention getting force field, a handy piece of tech repurposed from his recycled parts. The force field envelops them in a faint, shimmering bubble that dampens any noise and masks their movements from security sensors. With the stellar core securely in hand, Ethan and Recycle move swiftly and silently through the facility, the force field ensuring that none of the guards or security systems pick up on their presence. They make their way past the guards at the entrance, who remain oblivious as the duo slips by undetected. Once outside, they quickly make their way back to their office, the force field flickering out as they close the door behind them. Inside, Lumen, the alien emissary, waits anxiously. Seeing the stellar core in Ethan's hands, Lumen's eyes widen with relief and gratitude. "You did it," they say, their voice trembling slightly. "You actually recovered it." Ethan hands over the core, and Lumen carefully cradles it, a look of profound relief washing over their face. "Thank you. You've not only saved my people, but also dealt a blow to the Space Mafia's plans." Ethan and Recycle exchange a satisfied glance, another case closed for the Frost and Found Detective Agency.
Hell yeah, dog.
I got one last thing to round it out.
Ethan reaches over and flips the switch on Recycle's chest panel, powering him down with a series of soft whirs and clicks. Recycle's eyes dim, and his mechanical voice fades out with a final, "Good job, partner," as he settles into standby mode. The room falls silent, the only light coming from the neon sign outside their office window, casting a faint glow across the desk. Ethan pulls out a cigarette, striking a match with his remaining fingers. He lights it with a casual flick, taking a slow drag as he leans back in his chair. The smoke curls up toward the ceiling as Ethan stares out into the cityscape, contemplating the night's events. The hustle and danger of the chase are over for now, but in this line of work, there's always another case just around the corner. The camera slowly pans out, showing the solitary figure of Ethan in his office, a small, victorious smile playing on his lips. The scene fades to black, the only sound the soft exhale of his cigarette smoke as they fade into the night, bringing this chapter of the Frost and Found Detective Agency to a close.
Hell yeah, dog.
Hell yeah, dog.
I love it. And now this episode has been brought to a close. If only I had a 2-finger cigarette. Thank you for joining us. While he types whatever the fuck that says. Thank you for watching to the end. We hope you enjoyed this. This was fun. We might do more like with this, but we'll make it more like produced and whatnot. Let us know some story options and characters you'd like to see ChatGPT make a story for. Get at us in the comments.
And from us at Poquito, fly! That definitely adds some dramatic flair.
That was off.
Maybe AI is not always the greatest.
Don't AI.